That's right. So Fitch has painted a bleak picture. They have lowered India's growth outlook to negative. However, what has raised eyebrows today is, of course, Fitch saying that, of course, also attributing this to Fitch, in quotes, I say, the Fitch ratings agency has said that a stronger focus by the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party on its Hindu nationalist agenda since the government's re-election in May 2019 risks becoming a distraction for economic reform implementation and could further raise social tensions. So this, of course, is a rare comment coming by a credit rating agency. And to make sense of this, we have Ms. Renu Kohli, who is an independent economist, joining us. What do you make of these comments coming in from a credit rating agency?
Well, in economic terms, I guess, the immediate cause of concern is the geopolitical risks. Geopolitical risks, when they rise, always increase uncertainty. And as of the moment, there is enormous economic uncertainty related to the pandemic. So immediately, in the immediate term, geopolitical risks have risen, and that is pushing up uncertainty, which is already very high escalated globally as well as nationally. So that is a key risk. About the other aspect, what Fitch has said about nationalism or bent, I interpret this more in the light of the explicit shift towards self-reliance, import substitution, raising of tariffs upon goods, in some, import protectionism. Now that is a double-edged sword. On one side, in an environment when the world as a whole has become increasingly protectionist and a kind of a retreat from globalization, and about which we do not know how the world order will emerge eventually. There is enormous uncertainty there. So on one side, if other countries are getting protectionist, it obviously, it becomes kind of a race to the bottom. On the other side, it is for India, at this stage of development, and the fact that it needs to export more from many aspects, from the point of view of increasing productivity, from the point of view of increasing competitiveness, and there is no better measure or benchmark for competitiveness than an exporting country. And a lot of the imports are also coming into as intermediate inputs, and they augment the quality. The second is the desire to be part of the global value chains. Now, there is enough uncertainty as to, how part of these chains have already gone down because of structural shifts, and therefore the global supply chain itself has changed structure and reduced. The other is that to join the global value chain and increase its presence for India, it has to scale up enormously, and for that, imports rising protection and all is not a good thing.
All right. So that's your initial reaction to what Fitch has said. We also have Professor Arun Kumar, who's a senior economist, joining us. So what do you make of these statements? One, of course, Fitch lowering India's growth outlook and lowering the outlook for the future, saying it will be negative as opposed to stable earlier, and also making comments towards the political framework at the moment and saying that there could be a rise in social tension.
So, what they have done in terms of, reducing the rating is in line with the fact that, the COVID-19 disease and the lockdown has impacted the Indian economy very severely. And the rate of growth now, everybody is saying, will be quite severely negative, not just negative, but, quite seriously negative. So therefore, that is to be expected. But this idea that, reforms will not take place because, of the BJP's right-wing Hindu agenda, that is not quite correct, because the right-wing agenda has been on the anvil, it's been implemented, labor, rules are being changed, privatization is being done. So the kind of things that people are talking about in terms of what is the reform needed, that this government is pushing through. But let me also say that it's not that the rate of growth has come down because of these lack of these reforms. Actually, if you see between 2004 and 2009, without any of these reforms, the rate of growth of the economy was 8 and 9%. The reason why the rate of growth has come down is because of demand, because of inequality, and because the investment rate has fallen. In 2007-8, the rate of investment was up to 37-38%. It has come down to 28%. So we have to look at the causes of why the rate of growth has come down, and that lies in the investment rate coming down. not because we didn't have labor reform or land reform, etc. So I would say that, the reason why the Hindutva right-wing agenda may be negative for growth, not for reform, it be negative for growth is because it leads to, a lot of social and political tensions, which then depresses investment. If a country is unstable, then, investment will not come from outside, and investment internally will also not take place. And what has happened is that our internal investment has declined dramatically, and that is what we need to shore up by giving, assurances to the investors that the climate would be stable. So I think the right-wing agenda is not preventing the reforms, but it's actually slowing the growth rate of the economy.
All right. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us and sharing your expert views on this.